Parents, listen up. Did you know that reading to your baby is one of the best ways to prepare your child for learning to read? And it's also beneficial for their language skills. And there's one local organization that wants us all to understand that parents and children must read to grow. Please welcome from Read to Grow Executive Director Suzanne Santangelo. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, Suzanne.
Thank you. It's good to be here with you.
Thank you. So set this up for our viewers who are not familiar with Read to Grow. How did it all come about?
Well, Read to Grow is a statewide organization right now, but it started with a small group of local citizens in the New Haven area who learned that there were many children that didn't have books of their own, and they were very concerned. So they gathered together members of the business community and the faith community and schools, got a school bus and filled it with books, and then redistributed that throughout the New Haven community. Today, 11 years later, we gave out over 100,000 books to children last year.
Unbelievable. And you talk with us about literacy. It really begins at birth. For the moms and dads out there, it really starts from infancy, really.
It really does, and that's what makes Read to Grow unique, is that we work with families right in the hospital when their babies are born. And this is so important because all of the infant brain research that's occurred tells us that babies are born learning, and that those first 3 years are really important for that brain to grow and develop and build a sound structure for the learning that will later occur. And so we have a Books for Babies program that partners with birthing hospitals throughout the state. And every newborn gets a brand new book before they leave the hospital. And then their parents get a literacy guide that gives them tips on how they can help their baby's brain develop, their language development.
Because you're giving them these literacy bags, essentially, right? So as soon as a baby's born, you're handing out these bags that are full of the tools that are needed for parents to learn how to incorporate that.
We are, and it's simple. It's not hard. You can do it every day. Parents can help their babies learn every day, and they can do that by reading aloud to their baby, talking to their baby, telling stories. Everybody can tell stories.
That's right.
Singing to their baby, and the exciting thing is research says that's what helps babies' brains develop.
And their language skills. I was at your last year's event. Read to Grow hosted this amazing Read to Grow event. Toni Morrison was the guest speaker last year, and that was one of the things that she mentioned, that you've got to read aloud to your children. It helps them creatively. It helps them develop. So I took that away from your last event. That was awesome. What are the tips you give to parents? What else can you tell parents regarding reading aloud to them? What are some of the helpful tips, I should say, that you give them?
In reading from a book, you can have your voice become part of the characters of the book. As the baby gets older, you can ask questions and let the baby answer you, so it becomes an interactive story. Ask questions. Well, what do you think the baby's doing in this picture? As children get older, but there also are everyday ways that parents can build their child's language. As you walk through the market, point to different items and name them. And so babies are starting to hear that language, and their vocabulary will be growing. And use extraordinary words. So that helps them to build their vocabulary.
They're never too young for that.
Absolutely.
All right, good to know. Tell us about the Books for Kids.
Books for Kids is a very exciting program. That's a program where we redistribute books that are donated to us. And so we have books donated by publishers. The community has been very generous in holding book drives. We have local service clubs, faith communities, businesses, schools who will hold book drives. Last year we gave out over 80,000 books that were all donated to us. And those are service club members who will collect thousands of books. And we had an 8-year-old last week who held a book drive in her neighborhood, and she collected more than 275 books because she wanted other children to own books.
What does that feel like as executive director to hear that you've got an 8-year-old pitching in to help you?
That is amazing to me because it shows the generosity that can be intergenerational. Somewhere in that family, they taught her about giving to other children.
Good to know. If you want to help out, you can find out more information about Read to Grow by just coming to our website. The information on your screen, Read to Grow Incorporated. Come to ConnecticutStyle.tv. Suzanne, thank you so very much.